is still in here. You can't leave. Wait, why do I have two of these guys? Here's Touch. Your Curse of Vengeance. Is your second luck to be placed down somewhere, or did he just not taking the job? But yeah, I want to get as much of this done as possible. Without dying, that is. How much of this do I have done? I must have quite a bit done. Yeah. Yeah, I ended over here, the West Gate. There we go. And that one log. And yeah, this is just a ton of logs. So I might be able to finish the entire frame in terms of materials. In terms of time, I also should be able to. Okay, this is 2 blocks. And the next one is one of the towers. Now. Alright. You know, earlier today I was thinking about an idea that I have for a server. Or basically it's just a ton of small creators that just play Minecraft. I forget, do I build these one up? Let me see, because I have another one out here. But yeah, basically an idea for a Minecraft server where it's just a ton of small creators. I'm thinking less than 1,000. No, it's just level. But yeah, a ton of small creators just play Minecraft together for the sake of playing Minecraft. And it's basically they all help each other grow. Yeah, this is the only stick that I have. Yeah, I don't know. I like that idea. I might reach out if anyone else likes that idea. I did not catch what Y level that it was. There we go. Alright. No, that's a the wrong Y. 124. That's the Y level 124. There we go. And this should be this time just about done. I just have to connect that up to here. Actually, hang on. Did I make those? Well, that's off anyway. I made these. I know it's that one. That one. Yeah. Are these things same? This one's still needs. That was sand anyway. Ow. I am like almost dead, so before I keep building, I'm just gonna heal. Because I need to heal. This side should remain relatively flat. Yes, it's sand block over there. That should remain relatively flat. Even if I just get to a frame, that should be fine. Yeah. Might go off of the tower with this one, even though it does contradict the other. And it'll be contradictory to the others if I don't go with the higher one. I think that might overall just look worse. Yeah, that definitely looks worse. I'll switch back. And this X is ready to go. There it is. Yeah, I think that looks a whole lot cleaner because it's with the rest of the tower. From wall to wall, go with the higher one if it's a 1 block difference, but for towers, go with the rest of the tower. And this one. Give it a 125. I don't even know what by what this the inside of this frame is. Yeah. Just difference, do it on both. Boom. Complete. Alright. And this is starting to come together. Like, actually really well. So you see that's a lot difference. Yeah. That one looks like it'll be the same. Change it now. So I'm not gonna put the crossing quite yet. And it'll be this one up here. 7. Okay, this one is 1 higher. It looks. Yeah, and that's why I didn't put the crossing, because I knew. Had I done that, then I would have had to use more durability. Am I gonna use all of these before I'm done with this thing? Because that would be quite nuts if that is the case. I'm just gonna grab the rest of these sand blocks. this. And that part's gonna be decently steep. Back to sleep. Back to build this wall. Probably plant another tree and do that quick. That way if I need more logs, it's already there. Probably wouldn't have taken damage there anyway, but whatever. At least I didn't take damage. Where before it was easy to get lost and not be able to find the village, now it's gonna be hard to not find the village. Yeah, because we're already down to 4 stacks. And I can already tell, or I went one too high. There. Perfect. Dog, I thought that was like a sheep and chicken at first. It can't be a chicken. Chickens are not bright anymore. This one over here is a taller one. Am I gonna run out of axes first, or am I gonna run out of logs first? See which one's gonna happen. Probably the logs, seeing that I'm already down to 3 stacks. I haven't gotten very far. And this one here. think if I do another one of these builds in another world, make it a design that can better go with the landscape being so modular. That one. And then there we go. Which one of these is tallest? This one. 124. Now, these towers are in resource sink. Because one of these towers alone, even on a perfectly flat world, my best guess is it's gonna take up more than the stack. Oh. With the connections, it will take up more than a stack, I bet. Down to the last two. Ooh, that's a nice tall tree. That is a pretty good tree. Now this is a change of 2. There we go. Excuse the title music playing in the middle of game. It's just resource pack stuff. Wouldn't be as broken if Minecraft included a setting so that you could play the original music alone. Yeah, it's a lot of difference. Last stack. This one is harvest trees, or is that just that must be left. This one's missing a leaf, so yes. So I killed the tree. This technically connects, but I can actively stare at the top of that wall from here. actively stare at the top of the wall. That was just completely wrong. Yeah, because I can actively stare at the top of the wall. Probably gonna have to get rid of that tree. Well, that is mighty tall. For now, I'm gonna leave it. Never mind, because I'm only at 8 logs. Did not mine enough logs for this. Although the good thing is I'm on the last wall, so next will be stone collection, which will be mining down at iron level. Almost exclusively mining stone down at iron level. That'll be loads of fun. Alright. Let's see. One sapling so far. There's gotta be more on the ground. If not, I can grab more. Let's see. It's 8 less than what I have now. That's how much that tree had. 45, 46, 49. A stack 41. That is pretty good gas, especially when that's the amount they use in probably like a few minutes. Let's do chest options. Right. Plant these 4 saplings. Let's go work on finishing this thing up. And then oh, I never put a cross up there, but that's fine. Yeah, this one will end up in the same place anyway. There's coal that I probably knew about before, but just never mind. It's nice, I guess. Right. you know, I have a ton of spruce saplings, so I could probably just spend a few in-game days just farming spruce. I think that would be beneficial because this thing's so close. So close to being completed. I think I need like another tree or two. This one, I don't think I can see the end, but I don't think this is gonna be enough logs. Luckily, there's another tree. So I can just farm this one real fast. You know, up until I started this project, I've always hated woodcutting for some reason. I just never wanted to cut trees, and so I would avoid heavy wood-heavy product, or not product, builds. Like for like the Stirring House or something. But it's not really that bad once you get decent axe, which I may have to craft more. You know, with the stone axe, specifically, that's when that's when I don't like to craft trees, because stone axe, fairly slow. Fairly slow. They can only get you probably about one of these trees, maybe 1.5 of these trees, these giant spruces each, and so it gets very expensive very fast. I think copper tool is maybe 2 of these trees, which if you factor in how, not a lot more difficult, but how much more difficult it is to get copper than stone outside of auto farming methods, then it can still get quite expensive fast. Did I not get a single? I did not get a single sapling from that. No, but I got 2 sticks. I'm just gonna grab that whole stack. Because me and the other members of this server decided to reset the world when the copper update drops, one of the first things that I want to build is a copper storage system. That kind of storage system is just going to be revolutionary. I am looking at using or modifying cubic meters design because it's fast. Either cubic meters design or simple design that's just make sure a stack of 16 can flow completely through the hopper, or that. Probably have to get on a creative world and start playing around with copper golems myself before I begin designing or using other people's designs. Cubic meters. The good thing about cubic meters is it's fast. It's a fast multi-item sorter. It's fairly cost efficient. Outside of all the iron and copper, but that can be with relative ease. The hardest part would be the redstone, but that's with every item sorter. Whether it's copper or traditional. That I could have entirely that day. I put this back down. Yeah, because I'm gonna need more logs. I don't think manual storage is gonna die exactly. It is just going to decrease. And when I say manual storage, I mean stuff like this, where you're sorting everything by yourself. I don't think it could die. I don't think it's gonna die. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, though. Simply because people can do it right from the start of playing the game. I think as soon as world updates, which it's gonna, as I've said, it's gonna reset. I think one of the first things I'm gonna go for is gonna be copper storage system. That's gonna be not broken, but even if it's fairly simple, like just so the golem isn't carting around hundreds of thousands of cobblestone or stuff like that. What you could even do is just hook it up to a silo or two, and there you go. That's pretty much all the storage you ever need. Pretty much it for the storage systems. So yeah, storage is absolutely being revolutionized, but I don't think much is really going to change. Craft minerals then. Let's see how far one is going to get me. One might get a decent distance. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna finish up the wall exactly. But if I can avoid killing the golems, then I will. Actually walk to this side over here. I can leap off, not take a lot of damage if I miss with that. 7. Ah, I should have thought about this more than just draw some kind of imaginary box around the village. Or not even imaginary, draw an arbitrary box around the village, but too late now. Way too invested in this build already. Well, that's even the start of it. Ah. 5 pillars. 5 sets of brackets. And 5 sets of brackets left. I think at this point 4 almost. And the wood part of this wall is near complete. That was a lot of help. Let's see, do you think it? You think I can make it? I don't think I can make it. I cannot, in fact, make it. And find a way back up. Find 1 bolt. 2. Okay, no, that's 2 blocks. I'll throw like ton of these spruce saplings into the composter. Where'd the other one go? Oh, it went all the way down there. And I think I was gonna make this an automatic collection machine. Compost. This should be plenty of bone meal to... This should be enough bone meal, but I have too many spruce saplings. I gotta use them all. And I'm only gonna get more. Is it just me, or does anyone else take the output from iron farms and after putting it through a sorter, put the poppies through a bone meal converter? Is it just me? Because I feel like if you wanted poppies, you just make a dedicated flower farm where poppies can be bone mealed. Like you build a designated farm if you really want poppies that much. Whereas bone meal is more versatile. I guess I decided to get into armory. This is fun gameplay. I'm just staring at a block and holding down right click. That is super fun gameplay. Couldn't think of anything funner. And there's 2 more stacks. The last stack. We have 14 shoot. I really need more. Then I can just get some more saplings. I'm gonna craft that block down because I need more iron axes. I'm officially out of iron. Iron farm would help, but so far at this point it was just so close to the end, it's not worth building one. Similar with a lot of projects here, but I'm continuing with nothing better to do. 3 more trees maybe. I think 5 stacks will be plenty. You know what? Just keep going until the end of the bone meal. So I'm gonna need more wood for the paths leading out of the village down to the river. I don't even know if that project is going to be completed by the fall drop. I still can't believe I managed to catch an iron golem in there. I could probably bone to death, but I don't feel like paying 15 emeralds for something that should be 1. I don't feel like trading an entire stack of sticks. I'm gonna leave it to the half stack, okay? I'm leaving it to the half stack. I never even watched a tree grow, so I forgot I even had that resource pack on. I think instead of going down to 100 level, I might go down to the last level in which Deep Slate never spawns, so I can just go in all directions and then silk touch some diamonds, get redstone, stuff like that. I don't know. On the next world, I think I might make a quarry. I like this for 18 seconds. Even though I'm nowhere near water, this is actually kind of, I don't know. This casual. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna use up the rest of this bone. Then use up the rest of whatever logs I get from it. Perfect. Another tree fairly quickly. More breach jumping. Am I just gonna use all 4 of these axes on trees alone? I think I might as well finish up the wall before I use up the rest of these axes. Yeah, I think after this tree I'm gonna call it pause on tree chopping. now. I am going to finish this up before I'm out of axes. And I'm starting to run low on space too. Ow. How fast did that grow? That grew in like a minute. It almost never happens. 2. I think that's 7. I don't know. What level is this? 117. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. Probably only needed one axe, maybe a half of an axe. Well, off to the sugarcane farm, I guess. Still going. What? How far did that go? It's still down there. Alright, now I think it's gone. I'm gone close to 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Two more blocks. Nope. Got it. This one's higher. It's oh boy. I have no idea what's even causing it. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be doing another bracket because I've already determined it looks ugly on one of the. I just screwed myself, didn't I? Grab that back, and I can finally put red back in yield offhand. Once this is done. Wow, and right on time. Now I'm just gonna get rid of the rest of this bone meal because I don't need it. I don't need it, and I'm probably gonna need a lot of logs for a lot of sticks. Yeah, I have my silk touch pick on me. I don't have fortune. Oh, that's the only issue. I don't have fortune at this time. Not a huge issue. I'm not gonna go out of my oh come on. I'm not gonna like go out of my way for it, but use up the rest of this bone meal and I'll see what stone I have and I'll see what the design looks like. I don't know, I might legit just use like walls. Stone brick wall. That doesn't have any of the stone brick variants either. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of larger villages where they spawn with a wall, but it's more of like a town than a village. Maybe even just call it that, a town. Like maybe stone or stone brick walkways, cobblestone maybe. But it's like a town rather than a village. I don't know, maybe like 2 more trees on this bone meal. No, I don't think I goes one over. I have to look from the top of this tree. But I don't think that goes another thing up vertically. Alright. If I could increase my render distance, I would love to see the whole project from up here. But yeah, no, that's flat. So that one I can't see at all. That one I can't see at all. And that one is flat. Might take it up to there, but no. No. I'm just overall not a 100% fan of this project in the current way it's going. Yeah, there's some things that I would change with this wall build. Yeah. One more? Are you kidding me? Might as well start to replant the village while I'm at it. I might make a log machine. We just go into a creative world and design a log machine. 30, like 6.5 stacks of logs now. I need plenty of sticks, but I think I already have plenty. Those are saplings, 28. Bad. Plus whatever's still in the chest, which I'm gonna craft this into more sticks because I don't want that. Seven and 4 stacks. Stone do I have? Not a lot. I need a lot more than that. I think I have mine down at iron level. Yes, I do. I'll just, I guess, staircase my way down. We'll just begin mining. I'm new to it, but I don't. Yeah, me, deep slate. It's at 0. Is it up by like 5? Let me go to the Minecraft wiki. Oh, deep slate. Where does it spawn? Eight. Yeah, from Y8 to Y0, so go to 8. Nine, 8. 8. Do I want to be at 8 or do I want to be at... No. Yeah, it should be good here. Because now I can get even more diamonds, redstone, iron, gold, lapis, pretty much everything. Actually, I think this is one of the only wild levels where you can get anything. Depending on the biome, except emeralds, but that's a completely different generation in and of itself. And more stone than I can count. This should be a good start. And once again, that's all it really is just start. Four should be able to get another one. Ah, and there's some redstone. And there's some dripstone. Oh boy. There we go, there goes that. And that should... Okay, that should light the entire place up. Well, I'll go grab my diamond. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Yeah. It's not exactly the shortest ladder. I don't know. As soon as I enter the other world, part of me wants to just speedrun the game after never having beaten the game. Why? Because why not? You go grab my diamond, and this one I won't break. Where is it? And down here is the stone mine. I think most of that might just barely miss. Did I say most? I meant pretty much all of it. Outside of the occasional pieces of dripstone that I'll have to skip. I think keeping a giant hole like that might not exactly be the safest thing. Do I have any other blocks? No. How many do I need? 5. I keep hitting E instead of 3. 4, 5, 6. There are these points of dripstone. Ooh, iron, just what I came down here for. Well, part of the reason I came down here. How much is that? 7. 5. That is 5 pieces of iron. Not bad. Surprisingly, no copper yet, despite being in a dripstone cave. If I had a cave in this direction, I would pick another direction and go. I had a cave in that direction. Battery's running a bit low. I think I might as well just fix that. Let's plug. Is that the right one? Yes, it is. There we go. Plugged in. Alright, and that's the wall. And yeah, 12. Yeah, that's that wall. And there's more not stone. Which is actually on the wall. What does that go to? 2. That might be the cave right there. Surprised that this is the first vein of copper I'm finding. Oh yeah, that is that giant cave that ladder goes right through. Alright, I'm not grabbing that copper. I'm going a different direction. I'm back. That's the direction I'm going. I'm just break it with my hand. It's not going to take that long. There we go. And the cave again. Let's do Go this way between the diarrhea and dripstone. More diorite. Is that just the same vein of diorite? Break that one, get it out of my inventory. And I'll work out how I'm actually gonna build this thing. Actually, no, I do want torches in my offhand. I forgot I had torches in my offhand. It was more copper. Do you mind if I do? Wait. And I want to know how much copper I'm gonna get from this, just copper alone. Probably a lot. It's not a copper. I don't want to have to mine gravel, but I guess I do. Because copper. Okay, no, torches don't take durability. Alright, that good, there it is. Grab one of the my inventory anyway. Another entrance into that cave. Um, hmm. I don't know, I think that's a good number of stone to start off with. Good amount of stone. Let's see. I'm gonna break open these ores. I'm gonna see the design for the wall. Like, actually build it on the wall, see if it looks any good. Yeah. see how long am I gonna be waiting for this stuff to all just cook in the furnaces. Yeah. This doing it this way with all the self-touch just saves too much time to not. So if you have to mine, you have to gather a ton of stone and you have villagers on hand, just get self-touch. If you have the iron for an anvil, just get self-touch, it's going to save you more time. Stone, miscellaneous stone. More stone than I thought I had. Redstone, dust, and flint. Oh, a lot of redstone. That's not something that I want to get rid of. But, I think a world reset. Because this is a server, it's not just like one world. We decided to reset the server, so all that redstone is going to go away. And so is all that copper, but copper right now is just useless. What am I going to need? First side. Well, walls. 12 walls, 24 stairs. And 12 walls, 24 stairs. And then 12 bricks, 12 regular bricks. Let me just go somewhere and see how this is gonna look. It's probably not gonna look exactly, but just bricks. 5 stone bricks. Off my stairs down there. I didn't have any stairs. Huh. No, it's 24 stairs. Walls. Let's see if this is actually going to be any good. One of these might be best. Somewhere where it's relatively flat. One is not relatively flat. This one, both pillars start from the same spot. Yeah. wait, down the middle is not going to connect to the stairs, is it? No, it's not. It can be easily mitigated. That's the wrong way completely. I did not bring any dirt or anything like that with me. Actually, I don't know if that looks exactly terrible. I need to grab dirt, though. I grab dirt so that I can build the entire thing and see if it's even any better. Yeah, right now it just doesn't look too bad. Good. And then I know, I don't think that looks too bad. It's very gray though. I think if I use planks instead of bricks, it's a lot of stone brick. I keep the chisel, maybe. Let's see, how much deep slate do I have on hand? Because I could do like deep brick walls maybe, just to give it some color. Something that's not regular gray. I have one. Dark planks. I'll have to grow dark trees, but that's fine. Here. Well, place everywhere except where I need it to be placed. And there we go. How does that look? I think that might look a little better. Because it creates some contrast with the wood. I should have 6. There we go. Yeah, that creates a little bit of contrast. That'll even help to bring out the wall a little bit. Alright. So that's going to be a whole lot more wood cutting. I definitely think with the dark planks it looks a lot better. The chisel, that just sort of blends in. When you look at it from like down at the wall, you're able to see all the detail, but it's just much of the same. It's a lot of stone brick. There needs to be something to break that stone brick up. Maybe, ooh, maybe I could do a copper block in the middle. That would mean I wasted one stone, but I have a ton of copper and nothing to do with it. So maybe a copper, not a wax copper, just a copper. Let it oxidize. 12, there we go. Yeah, I'd say that is a good start. If copper bars around, I might use those, but they're not. I'm really thinking I might be able to use a copper block in the middle. Let me see how that looks. To have tons of copper, nothing to do with it. Yeah. Get the dirt. Use that as scaffold. Oh, it's pretty good with the orange copper. Looks a little out of place with the orange copper, but with the green copper it might look good. Only time will tell how good it'll look with the green copper. It kind of looks like... It looks like a button nose. Like, just a bit of dark oak there, and you have like Pim Lockwood style unibrow eyebrows. And you have like a mouth, and that's just a button nose. I can't unsee that now. I hate it. Let me sleep. There's no real good way to oxidize copper. Like, one thing I don't like about copper, but it's one thing about copper that actually kind of makes sense. Other than it being a building block. But yeah, I kind of like that. The only problem is it doesn't lend itself very well to weird contours in the land, and on the inside it looks kind of dumb. Actually, on the inside it looks kind of good too. Now you only really view it back here at most, and it's just something you're gonna run along, but it doesn't really look that bad. On the inside, I actually, ooh, if the stairs were gone, would it look better? Maybe it might look better with the stairs off. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out a way outside of just, you know, go from the top and remove blocks, add blocks in that repeating pattern as I go down hills and stuff, but I don't want to just remove blocks, and I don't want to do too much terraforming, but I think I set myself up for failure here. It's gonna have to be remove blocks from the center, which I really don't like. I still don't know how that's gonna look, but I think it does look quite nice. Let me go see from... Can I even see it from afar? Maybe. top of this roof. No, it's just hidden by my house. Maybe on top of that roof, but yeah, I have to build to get up there. Yeah, you can just barely see it. I think it looks pretty good. That roof might be a bit better for viewing. Yeah, I really don't think it looks too bad. But I built it on the one where I can't see it from afar. One next to it, I might be able to build it at. This, I could probably just end up getting rid of. Here might not be too bad to build. It would just be like stone brick down at the bottom or something. Here would be kind of meh to build it in. I don't just want to do here one block either, because if it's just stone brick and it looks flat, I could do like alternating stairs maybe. I could do a wall, because that would create depth. A wall with maybe a copper in the middle. No, because what would define middle for the ones that are on bad contour? If this village were a little flatter, then I'd say, yeah, just flatten it out, but I think I'm gonna see how it looks with walls. Walls and maybe dark oak striping with copper block in the middle. Or even just walls. That's a bit of depth. Maybe... I don't think I have much andesite, but I might be able to include andesite walls as well. If I do that. And I just want that to oxidize so I can see how it looks. But I think for now, think of ideas for like gates. I gotta build up this bridge too. Keep forgetting about that. What am I thinking? The gates. I think keep the top. Maybe use copper as a keystone, but I don't think so. Keep the stripe at the top. I think go from like end of plank, so here to here. With the stone brick. I think that's where I can use a chisel at these gates. Keep the dark oak line at the top. Alright. I don't know, because, like, the way that it's set, it's very modular, but this is just too hilly of a village. Alright, so what is it? Is 3 blocks enough height? Yes, it is enough height. So it would be a 3x3 punched into the wall. That would be the stairs. That would be the stairs. That would like be the end of it. And it would be chiseled. And I don't think this will be. I'd have to move it up a block, which at that point, yeah, I'd have to move it up a block because I'd like the inside stairs. Basically, like how a mansion has its doorways. Which I could do that with 3x3, but that's just too low to the ground. So I think 4x3 with those, that's the general shape. With it chiseled at the apex of that arch. And I think walls from side to side, a couple walls up there. And then I think two things of dark oak up there. And then flat stone brick. No, flat stone brick's gonna look bad, but let me just get something. Something so that it'll help design the features. I need 6. I need another 12 blocks. Need 2 stairs. That. Alright. And I'm gonna need more walls. Well, let me just count how many walls I'm gonna need. No idea how this is gonna look. Is that... Actually, wait. That is more than 7. Wait. Alright, I'm gonna have to return. I gotta sleep. These villagers just aren't sleeping in bed anymore. What? I mean, the one wasn't there because, well, I was there. But it wasn't sleeping before I went into the bed. No, one more of these. For the stairs. And that's where the chisel will be placed. Are these stairs? There. Um, Might be able to do like that going down. Stone bricks on the walls here. I think keep those going up and then the wall block going down. I could do the regular wall design up top, and then under the stairs just kind of do a bunch of walls. Maybe? I don't know. The modular design is just... I'm having trouble right now. Trying to figure out how to design all of this when it's not the square that I designed it for. Oh boy. Oh. I'm just gonna have to think about alternate designs, I guess. I'm just envisioning this with all of the stone brick in. It's gonna look very flat, very gray, so maybe even that will be replaced with copper eventually, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to salvage this build. I don't know if I can. Let's see, has this copper aged at all? No. Was I too far from it or something? Does it just take that long? Curse of Vanishing Dude. Really? Oh, I don't know what to do with these. Because the ones where it's squares, it's fine. I can just build the square, but the one where it's not squares, what do I extend or remove? I don't think it looks terrible. But once again, it's really only built for a square. Horizontally, I could do like a string of dark, maybe even or a line of dark, maybe even a line of copper. Horizontally, I can split it in half for all 7 block segments, but vertically, I think I can't really do much in terms of design. So I think what I might do is... Ooh, hold up. Full design change here. Might be able to do like a line of copper down the middle or something. What I can do is alternate basically between walls and dark planks. So it would be like wall, dark plank, wall, maybe copper, wall, plank, wall, and then column. That, or I just make more columns, but I really don't want to use that much wood again. I also have not nearly enough copper to do that. Do I? Let's see. Copper, block of copper. Another copper block. Yeah, no, that is not nearly enough copper to... Maybe I could put the copper at like the top and bottom instead. Yes, it did. I put it down at ground level and up top instead. Maybe I could keep the stairs at the bottom and the top too. And just like flatten it in some way. Yeah, so now each would require 12. That is... I keep pressing everywhere around WASD except WASD. Might be able to just get away with doing that on the end of the copper too. Still probably not enough copper to even do this. Yeah, I think that's gonna look better than it going curving into the copper. And then this is a solution. And that's just a solution to the whole vertical problem, because everything is different vertically. Like the top and bottom are just stairs to ground it to the top and the bottom, so that it's back to the same level. Alright, I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 more walls, and then I have to go back to the gate. 13 walls. And I'll be able to see how this looks, because this might not look that bad too. The only thing is the center might be a bit lacking. Like that's really the only thing that might be a problem. Wait, does it even... Does it even... Yeah, it should connect to the stair. Why does it look like it doesn't up there, though? Because it doesn't. It doesn't connect to the top of the stair. And the only reason it connects to the bottom is because it's on the bottom of the block. When in doubt, add more planks. Is that really the solution, though? Don't think that's gonna be... I don't think that's a solution. Unless I do something with stairs, where it creates kind of like a C inside the wall on the top and then on the bottom for symmetry. Even though asymmetric build would probably be better. But a C on the top, maybe a C on the bottom as well. And I'm not going to use more than 2 copper blocks, 4 copper blocks a wall, 2 on a side. Now that one. Yeah, no more than 2 copper blocks, 4 copper blocks to a side. And even then, there's not going to be enough copper blocks. I have to go like copper mining or something. Even one's going to be a little even one aside would be a little expensive. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. See how that looks. I think I'm gonna solidify the wall design. Then I think I'm gonna log off so I can get myself some food. So just finish this up. I need 12. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's that? I would need 14, but do I want craft 14 and see if I want to keep them? Craft 14. I'm not gonna get the. I'm not gonna replace planks just yet. If you're wondering why. Oh, wait, no, because that one's supposed to be destroyed too. I don't think that looks too bad with the planks not going to the ground. I'm also just not stopping there. So yeah, I think it would look better with the planks there. It helps to break up the... It helps a lot to break up the gray, too. And like its stone is going to be a very gray build, but you don't want it to entirely be a wall made of one block. Actually, yeah, that kind of looks good. Actually, not even kind of, that's a solid wall design. If I had more copper, I could do a line of copper in the middle. But I even think with it like this, I even think that looks pretty good. Yeah, because it has, there's some walls are in the back. Pick those up before they despawn. And then just envisioning that there, and then there, and then there, down a little bit. This is just, at this point, this is just easy replication. Because it's all horizontally, like it's horizontally, this block goes here, this block goes here, but vertically it's just, how far is it from the top? How far is it from the bottom? Do a line of stairs with the copper on the bottom and the top, and then a line of stairs and a second to the top and the bottom, and then just lines of planks. So it's easily replicatable. I might do that between this week and next week. Just start taking that design, replicating it, mining for more copper. Like, I might be able to even set up a copper farm, but that's something I would do live. But yeah, wall is designed. I gotta work on the gate too, but that's largely gonna be the same. But yeah, I guess